Well, the votes are in, and 60% of you said that I should open this brand new Diodario Select Jazz Alto Sax Mouthpiece before Christmas. 40% of you thought I should wait until Christmas. But the truth is, I really just want to play this mouthpiece. So this should be interesting because the only mouthpiece I've played so far since I started the saxophone about 6 months ago is this beginner slash student Yamaha 4C hard plastic mouthpiece, which for 25 bucks I feel has been surprisingly well, and it's worked just fine for everything I've been learning so far. I'm really going to be real curious to step into this Diodario Select Jazz, you know, because it's considered by some to be a more professional mouthpiece. Let's just go ahead and crack this thing open. I have taken a peek at it, but I've not done anything other than take a peek at it. So it's kind of got the cool slide open box here. So, there it is. So looking at it here, again, right out of the box, other than the kind of cool design around the base of it here, when I look at these things right next to each other, I don't see a lot of difference. And the Yamaha, again, is hard plastic. The Diodario is a hard rubber mouthpiece. I've never played a hard rubber mouthpiece, but they both feel like plastic. The only real noticeable difference that I can see is the Yamaha. If you kind of look at it down the barrel, let me turn it around this way maybe, you can see that it's a little bit squared off in there compared to the Diodario. If you look at the same, it's more rounded. So from what I understand, it takes a little more air to drive air through this to produce notes, as well as the tip opening, which is the part here of the mouthpiece that allows the reed to flap. There's a little bit more of a wider gap in the Diodario, which apparently gives the player more flexibility, but if you haven't developed your embouchure, your mouth muscles and all that stuff, it apparently can be a little harder to play. I'm going to be getting this Diodario mouthpiece suited up with my Rovner Dark ligature, which this is the ligature I've been playing the most for the last 6 months. And just for consistency, I'm going to be playing the Legere signature 2.5 reed, synthetic reed on this, because I will do a comparison between the Yamaha and the Diodario. But let me get this thing, I'll just fast forward it here, get this thing slapped on. I've got the Diodario mouthpiece on here. I did some of the reviews I read, they did say that it is a little tight fitting on the cork. I did find the same issue with mine. I just threw some cork grease on there and it seemed to go on just fine. Again, this will be interesting. I have no idea what's going to happen at this point. I have no idea if I'm just going to blow squeaks through this thing. I'm just going to start off with a low G and see if I can produce sounds. This part of the video is unedited, so I have no idea what's going to happen or what this is going to sound like. So we may get a good laugh, we maybe get a good surprise. I have no idea. So here we go. This is a first note on the Diodario Select Jazz Alto Mouthpiece. Okay. Right off the bat, I'm just kind of blown away at just the how loud it was, without having to add put a lot of force in the wind. I feel like on the little Yamaha mouthpiece, I have to blow a little bit harder to get that kind of volume. This one, I didn't feel like I had to really blow that hard, but I can definitely tell a difference. So there you have it. It didn't squeak. I'm going to do a little comparison now, just this time of year. I'll do one of my favorite Christmas songs, and I'm sure you'll recognize, and I'll do a little back and forth comparison between the Yamaha 4C and this Diodario. Yeah, in the end, I definitely agree with the more experienced players that do talk about when you're starting out, starting with a smaller, more beginner size mouthpiece. I can tell with this Diodario, I do like it already, but I can tell there's a little bit of a learning curve that my mouth's going to have to adjust to. It feels really good in the mouth. I can just tell there is a little more flexibility and dynamic to the reed itself, which I'm looking forward to getting used to that and seeing what I can do with that. But I can tell there is a little bit of an adjustment. But overall, just from my ears on this side of the screen, I don't know if you can tell from that side, but the Diodario does have a little bit more smoothness, more roundedness, more warmth to it, I guess, than the Yamaha. But it's really close. But again, a lot of that is the player. So that's just where I'm at in my own skill set. So most things are probably sounding about the same to me. But I can tell that I think I'm going to be able to do a little bit more with this mouthpiece than what I'm able to do with the Yamaha as I get used to it and I just progress as a player anyway. So hope you enjoyed the video. Would love to have you leave a comment below. If you could tell any difference between the Yamaha or the Diodario, if one sounded better than the other, or if there were any differences, if you want to put any details, I would certainly appreciate it, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks again.